Good morning, Middle West family. So we're kind of in a different environment than we are on any regular Sunday morning. And we're in a different environment out there in the world where you are today. So we hope this morning is going to be a time that will uplift you and encourage you and help you to get through your week. But it's going to be just a regular time of sharing some announcements and things that are going on in our church family. And also Randy's going to share a little bit of time of encouragement in the Word with you today. So as we normally do, would like to just have some encouragement time and talk about some of our family that have got some different things going on. Many of you may have heard that Pat Wilhelm's mom passed away, Audrey Jackson, and that service is going to be on Wednesday. It's going to be a private graveside service for her, so be sure and keep the Jackson and the Wilhelm family in your prayers. Also the Varney family as well. Tommy Varney lost a cousin out in Arizona on Friday, and so be sure and remember the Varney family. Hal Pendergraft's sister, Betty King, had a heart attack on Friday, and so she's in the hospital in Norman, Oklahoma. And so we would encourage you to remember her and the Pendergraft family. As well, Nikki Francis' father-in-law is homesick, and we would encourage you to be praying about him and for healing for him. I'm sure many of you have been keeping up with Geneva Cartwright. We are encouraged and glad to hear that hopefully Geneva is going to be coming home from the rehab center on at the end of the month, and so that's a really good thing. She's been out of her home for a long time. I'm sure she's ready to get home as well. Don't hesitate, as always, to take the opportunity, and we'll talk more about it in a minute, for making phone calls. Obviously, right now we can't write encouragement cards here at the church, but you could maybe stop by during the week and pick some up if you wanted to take them home with you and write them, or maybe even just stop by the store and pick up some blank cards that you can mail out on your own. We've got a few church body announcements that we'd like to make, keep you just informed about what's going on with our church body. On Wednesday, our Wednesday night activities are all going to be canceled on March 25th. The church offices do remain open at this time, so if you do stop by, you should find our ministers and Patricia here during the week. Growth groups have been canceled until further notice. We want to try to do our best to work with what our local governments have asked us to do about gathering together and social distancing, a new term that we're all learning about. And but be sure and check in with those in your growth group, communicate with them, maybe use some different ways of doing that. Maybe you make a FaceTime call or a Skype call where you do get to have some face-to-face interaction. Some of you have also asked about how we can keep up with our giving. The church has set up an opportunity now online to giving, and that can be found on our website. There's an online giving button at the top, and you can go through there. It's an app called Zelle. It's very easy to set up that you can use, and that will be available to you, all of us going forward. And you always could drop your a check in the mail to the church, as well as dropping it by the church office if you wanted to. So there are lots of things going on, and communication is something that is a little more different and difficult. It's not as in person here in Sunday mornings and Wednesdays as we're used to. And so we would encourage you to stay engaged online, whether it be on our Facebook page or on through our regular emails. Now, some of you may have not have opted into those regular emails in the past, but now might be a great opportunity to do that. If you're not receiving those emails, or if you know of somebody that's not, we encourage you to contact the church office, give Randy or Patricia your email address, and that can be added to your email account, and that way you'll be getting our daily updates. When we talk about Facebook, one thing I wanted to mention that the church up here is doing to just really stay engaged with you guys. If you haven't seen Mr. Trey's Pretty Good Bible Show, you need to log on to Facebook and just search for Trey Laminack and look at that. He's doing it every Wednesday at 10 o'clock, so that if you can want to log on and see that on Facebook, but otherwise you can look at that by searching his website for his Facebook page and find that it is a pretty good Bible show. So in closing, the shepherds just want to share with you that we're very concerned about staying in touch with all of you. We know that this is some difficult times, and it's hard to not be fearful, and we want to take that fear and channel it into our faith and the knowledge that we know that God is walking alongside us in all of this. And we want you to know that the shepherds and the ministers here are walking alongside you as well, and just take opportunities to encourage you. We're going to be calling everybody during the week, checking in, but we would also encourage you as ministers, as we have talked about over the past couple of weeks, that as you are a minister as well, that you call and talk to those that are in your growth groups, or that are in your just regular group that you're engaged with, but check in with them via text, give them a call, and we just encourage you to stay very well in communication with everybody. So I'm glad you're here this morning, here being online, and we hope that this morning you get an opportunity to worship and praise in your home, and take some time out for prayer. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you. Bye.